I'll be done. Allah. Here's a job. And January of 2011, I got employed at Mavuno.
As the head of the worship.
As the worship pastor.
Yep. And that was new for churches.
Yeah.
Like a full role and your one role is the worship team.
Yeah.
Salary, everything.
Yeah.
This is your job.
Yeah. In fact, that time he told me, we'll pay you something. We can't pay you obviously what you're getting, but we'll give you something every month. And I was asking God, how am I going to meet the difference? He said, don't worry, I'll sort you out. Now, I didn't know this was a setup. He told me 1 year. By this is actually 2011. Yeah, so it was 2010 that this was happening. So 2011, January, I started the job. He told me 1 year.
God now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So by January of 2012, I knew I was supposed to resign by the end of that year. But how am I going to survive, man? Anyway, things are going so well. I'm loving this. I'm working with the worship team. They're so, it's just, I'm loving it. And what I've learned with God, when he tells you and you refuse, you get, like Jonah, you get vomited out. My time had come and I didn't listen. So now things started going wrong. Like something that just, to this date, you can't say this and this is what happened and this is what happened. But it just went wrong. In the end, I had to just leave. In fact, I was asked to leave.
You.
Heartbroken. How could they do this to me? But I knew, in the back of my mind, I knew. He needed to get me out. And now I was going into now he was like, so this is now your full-time thing. Twa. How will I survive? He's like, see, I helped you. You got half a salary. I helped you the rest. Now I'm giving you everything. I'm going to sort you out, you don't worry. So we started now that journey. So from mid-2012, this has been my full-time job.
What? Okay, let's talk about, I want people to understand, so you now register as a trust first and foremost. I want people to understand what TWA does. People may think TWA is just the concert, but the concert is literally the celebration or the beginning of Let's dive deep into what it does.
So what at the time what I'd felt I needed to do was just be there for people who are going through cancer. I felt I need to look at what happened for me, what worked, and do it for others. What didn't work and make the difference, or what should have worked. So for example, it wasn't until I'd finished all my treatment, now I was on the 5-year thing, that I met somebody who had gone through cancer and lived. First these 2 ladies and then somebody else, someone who actually sat me down and told me, okay, this is, because now I was like, okay, every time I'm going for, I'm aching, is it, and I'd call her and she's like, no, you're fine. I even went through that, then she'd share her story. So it's like, it makes such a difference to talk to somebody who's walked that journey before, and can advise you and tell you, the practicals of it, things you can't read in a book or a doctor wouldn't be able, because the thing is, a lot of these doctors have not gone through cancer. They've seen it, but they've not themselves gone through it. So there's an aspect that they cannot share with you.
You have some empathy that is experiential.
Yeah. So if you come and you're telling me something, I get what you're saying because I've gone through it. Or even if it's thoughts, I've thought that thing. So I can help you go through it, you see. So I felt I need to be able to do that for other people. And I need the time to do that. I can't be running to the office and then I'm also, So I needed my time freed up for that. So that's one of the things that we do.
Let me even just dwell a bit on that. It's so funny how you said you are not introverted, but the timidness, but you are great at one-on-one, intimate, deep conversations. Because that's what is needed here. It's not per se speaking to a group.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
one-on-one and going deep
Yeah.
into someone.
Yeah.
That's God is
Yeah.
there and waste nothing.
Yeah. And then now in the process of that is when now you meet women who have also gone through broken marriages. Some of them because they got sick. So a guy will be like, I didn't marry you like this. Or another one will say, but anyway, you're dying. So Abu, let me go and start looking for another wife.
What?
Yeah. So
and this thing
even
again, the feminine
part of that, yeah.
The whole wear your breasts, a man. Oh my God.
Which then made me decide to start a thing I called Celebrate Life. Because I'm like, you're going through this, you feel horrible, you maybe are thinking, you know, maybe you're those ones who used to do their nails or you used to have hair. Then if you go to your same people, they'll be like, Allah, what happened to you? Why are your nails? You know? I don't want to have to tell everybody. I didn't feel I owed it to everybody to tell them I had cancer or the whole story. I would tell those who need to know. And I thought, but what if we had a kind of a spa day and just invite women who you're not feeling like, oh, but what will they think about me? Because they've all been through it. So we can sit and we're all sisters in this journey, and you can sit and encourage each other and whatever. So, and then if I have a wig, I can give somebody, and we can do your nails, we can cover the blackness, and nobody's asking you why they're black, because they know. And just spend an afternoon just loving on them. So we started doing that every year. An amazing event.
Nice.
And so it's been like that. So sit and think, what else would people need? Then I try and do that. Okay. So even going to like KNH, the kids in the cancer ward.
Yes.
And I'm like, these children are children. So unless they're in pain, they're all over the place. So see, we just go and play with them. So we did a picnic because they wouldn't let us take the kids out. So we asked whether we can bring a picnic to them. And of course, they gave us rules and regulations. Got a group of people, we went and we just had fun. A picnic in the ward. That was nice. And gave them little toys and coloring books and whatever.
That's powerful.
Yeah. So just trying to see where people are at, what their practical needs are, or what would make the journey easier for them. If you tell a woman, or if a woman comes and tells you, I'm going through cancer treatment, or it's so expensive, I wish I could go and do my hair, you'll be like, excuse me, priorities, you know? But then it's important for you to feel valued. So that's what this is. I finally got to travel again, or to travel now out of work with Twa. And I was invited to go and share my story. And while there, I thought, how about I ask people to donate prosthesis? Prosthesis is like a breast foam, which you can use in place of the one you've lost. And I found like in America, they're actually insured. Like insurance will buy for you. And you're able to buy one every year. So by the time you're finishing with one, it's not gone. It's
Yep.
So it's in good shape. So I found a place where they said, "Hey, you want them?" So I came with them and I started giving out to women.
This is crazy. I love it.
So it was just the different things outside of medicine and pole stuff that would help make your journey a little, because if you feel good about yourself, if you feel a bit more confident, if you feel a bit more uplifted, you'll have more psych to fight. You know, and even if not, it's important that you know that you're cared for. I remember that first lady, when she came for the concert, one of the things that she shared that just like it was so powerful for me. She said, because she'd had cancer before, this was like a second bout, and her husband had lost his job the first time because he was taking care of her. You are away too long. Then she gets it again. Her people around her are like, we gave money first time, we don't have money. We're sorry, we can't help you. Said she felt like she was in the middle of a forest, tall trees all around her. She couldn't see. And then Jesus showed up through Twa. She didn't say Twa showed up. She said Jesus showed up. And there was a clearing and light came in. I'm like, yes, this is what we're supposed to be doing. This is what Twa is about. Bringing that light. So even if you know you're going, that time, you know you matter and you're not alone.
Hey, this is powerful, Doris. Actually, I want to do one thing, even just before I want to ask people who are watching to give to Twa. This wasn't planned, but I just believe that you're a channel. You're a way in which the resources will meet the people who need it. So in whatever form, have it be financially, the things are scrolling on the screen, because I know you've registered True as a trust. So if you listen to my voice, this is what Richie likes doing. Please, there's something scrolling right now. MPESA.
Yeah, we have an MPESA line.
That's for if you're in Kenya. By the way, this is what I tell people. There is nothing like too little. If you have a shilling,
that's true.
If you have a shilling, give a shilling. If you have a million, give a million. Like there's no amount that is wasted, and it all adds up. If 52 million people were to give a shilling, that's 52 million shillings. You know what I mean? There's nothing like too little, or there's nothing like too much. So please give. I know you've got M-Pesa for those who are in Kenya and have that. I know you've got banks. You've got the bank. There's a bank transfers can happen.
Yeah.
That applies to anybody abroad, like literally anywhere in the world. There's all the details are scrolling, and they're also in the description. They're also on your website.
Yeah.
What's the website?
Twatukuza Trust.
Twatukuzatrust.com again.
Actually, it's twatrust.org.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
twatrust.org.
Yeah. It's scrolling. All of the right information is scrolling. Yeah. It's in the comment section. It's in the description. So please, there's nothing that... This is a channel for you to get to the necessary people who it needs to go to. I love the fact that you concentrate on people who are even out of Nairobi. You know, another thing that you've not even said that you do, out of the many things that TWA does, it also organizes breast checks.
Yeah.
I remember at Chapel, and this was not just for women.
Yeah.
Because sometimes
men get cancer, breast cancer as well.
Breast cancer, men actually get
cancer.
Exactly. And I learned this because you go to different churches and organize this, especially during the breast awareness month. You TWA actually goes out of its way to push churches to do this and organize it. So it's not just about you giving TWA by giving the resources, it's also you giving TWA by pushing the vision.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just felt necessary for me to just stop there right now and do this. Let's talk about now the TWA celebration. We can't end without not having that convo, because those concerts first and foremost are fire.